Welcome, everybody. It's Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS. It's your hometown station. It's the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John, the radio digest version of the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classified. For all you need to know to be in the know. We have a really special show today.
I'm noticing something, a change in our bumper music.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
You can't fool me.
We're getting to that in a minute.
You cannot fool me.
Very special show today, John.
Very special show.
Very special. Anyway, so if you're a regular listener to this show, we're going to change things up on you. Now, me, I don't handle change well, particularly at my age. I just don't handle change well.
Do you even carry change? You have like a little purse?
Not that kind of change. Anyway, but we're
I picture Doug with a little change purse, fishing out his pennies at the Ralphs when I'm standing in line. I'm in a hurry.
Don't get me off track. So we're doing sports first.
We're doing sports first. We have our Mr. Sports on the line, I hope.
Are you there, Mr. Sports?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Sorry for the change-up. Hey, get the sports reference there? Change-up.
Speaking of change-up, John.
Yeah, I know. Hey.
A week ago, you're all giddy about your Baltimore Orioles.
Still giddy about my Orioles. Still giddy about my Orioles.
They got swept, my man.
They played a better team. And they got farther than the Dodgers. When did the Dodgers? I mean, come on, really? And they have a better bullpen, better future prospects than the Dodgers.
You gonna weigh in?
Although I do like the Dodgers hire. I will admit.
You want to weigh in on this, Mr. Sports?
You know, it's okay because the Orioles are a bunch of PED takers.
Hey, there's only no. It wasn't PED. It was Adderall for his ADD. Okay.
For Nelson Cruz.
Well, okay, there's him too.
So we know we have a lot of Dodger fans out there, including one Kyle Jellings that's in the studio with us right now. So what do you think of the big change up top in the Dodger administration?
Was that towards me or towards Kyle?
Either one. Kyle, quit laughing and answer the question.
All right, Mr. Sports, forget Kyle. Mr. Sports, I think it's a great move. I like the way Tampa Bay's organization was run, and if he can do the same thing for the Dodgers with that pocketbook.
Precisely. You know, and it's huge for him to come to a big market as opposed to Tampa Bay where, you know, they barely fill their seats. With the big payroll that he's going to have, I'm just curious to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, they got to get a shortstop.
I agree. I'm excited for the and you talk to baseball minds, and they say he's the best GM in baseball. So, I think Ned Colletti did a great job though
But he won't be the GM.
I understand that. I understand that, but he's still going to have a GM type role, right. and he's going to be very hands on with that. So,
but you know me, I'm a little bit of a glass half empty guy. You know.
You?
Yeah, it's the way I am. My thing, are they bringing him in because they really want to cut payroll, and they want him to manage that?
That's a good point.
Or do they really want a ring?
Well, the thing is, I mean, to me, it's like you've set up a situation like Theo Epstein in Chicago. Not really the general manager. He's going to have to hire a general manager, and that works out so well for the Cubs. Just saying.
They're terrible.
I know. Thank you. That's my point. It just doesn't look like it's going to be one of those things that works out well.
Right. So, Mr. Sports, do you re-sign Hanley Ramirez or no?
Yes.
For how long?
A year.
Will he take it?
I don't think so.
So did you withdraw your name from consideration for the Dodgers GM, Mr. Sports?
I did.
Okay. You would have had my vote.
I would have been overwhelmed with the budget I would have had.
Yeah, there you go.
But I can tell you right now, the hardest thing about being a Dodger fan right now is the San Francisco Giants. They're in the World Series for the third time in 5 years. When was the last time the Dodgers were in the World Series? I don't think Mr. Sports was born, was he?
Was it 35 years ago?
1988,
Yep.
Everybody. It was 1988.
You're right. I was not born.
Okay.
Yikes.
Wow, Hans. Mr. Sports, sorry. We don't want that curtain to come down. So, all right. So, Giants, that's the question, gentlemen. Giants or the Royals?
Well, the Royals haven't lost a game in the playoffs yet, so you figure they're due to lose. That's how baseball works, wouldn't you think?
I'm willing to put money down if this goes to 7.
Really?
How much money? We're talking. No,
you can't say
we can't bet on the air. Sorry, we cannot bet on the air, and I wouldn't.
We do not condone betting, folks.
Yes,
we don't.
Yeah, but I would venture to guess that you've got two pitchers who haven't given up a run in 60 innings as relievers for the Royals. That's the first time ever. That's unheard of. The back end of their bullpen is stronger than the Giants.
And you know what? I think if from Santa Clarita, I think you have to root for the Royals because of Jamie Shields.
Who went to Heart High, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go, Doug. Who are you going to pick?
How can you go against the Royals?
You're picking the Dodgers, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I will say, Eric Hosmer is becoming one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
But if you look at a team that did it right, did the Kansas City Royals do it the way that you should do it?
Well, so did the Giants.
Yeah, true.
Well, wait a minute. Okay. Let's back this up a second.
Okay.
What did the Royals do? They got lucky with Greinke. Okay, they traded Greinke for a boatload of picks.
Right.
So they bring up their best players for a boatload of, and then trade them away when they can't afford them anymore. So do they do it right?
Well,
I don't
I'm
want
saying
baseball
they
to
did
be
it
run that
from
way.
homegrown.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have had most of those players, most of those picks,
If they wouldn't have,
if they wouldn't have gotten lucky with a couple of their draft picks and traded them away when they got too good to be able to be for a small market team to be able to afford them.
But
You know what? They do it right with what they have.
Yeah, that I'd go. I was going to say I would agree with that. They play the cards they're dealt very well, but I don't want everybody to be dealt those cards. I think it's a horrible way to have to run a franchise.
So you think they're dealing under the table?
No. What I'm
he's
saying,
you're
Yeah.
saying they got very fortunate to be good this quickly. A lot of teams don't, and the fans get very impatient. Is that your point?
Well, aside from that, they can't keep their free agents.
Right.
Okay, so they have to recycle. Let's go to the Marlins. I was going to say Miami Marlins, but back then it was the Florida Marlins. Same thing. They're good every 3 years. Why is that?
Well-
They draft well. They get good players.
That being said, though, what would you rather have? No championships in 35 years, or 2 in 7, and you're terrible the other years?
That's
true.
That's
So that's the
unfortunately,
system that the
baseball.
Marlins did. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Unfortunately,
So-
that's baseball. All right,
Yeah.
let's take a little break. We'll talk some more sports. We'll do our football picks when we come back. You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour, a very special Gazette Radio Hour. We'll tell you why in a second. On AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. Doug,
Kyle, stop it,
focus.
Kyle. Kyle's fantasizing being Kenny Loggins. Anyway, this is Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS, on the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. It's time for football.
It's time for football picks.
Here we go, picks. First, we have to do the standings.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
that's fine.
John Rogers did have a good week last week. He went 4-1, but he's still in last place.
And what was the one game that I lost? Because I'm a Redskins fan.
Yeah,
it was
you
the
picked-
Redskins.
otherwise
okay?
you would have
Thank
been 5-0.
Otherwise, I've been 5-0.
That's right. Here
Because
we
I'm
go.
the only one who
Here
picked
we
Dallas.
go.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
There we go. So in last place is John Rogers
Yeah,
with
okay.
14 correct picks and 16 wrong. Mr. Football is in third place with 15, but he did get to 500. He's 15 and 15. In second place is the station manager, Kyle Jellings. He's at 17 correct picks with 13 wrong. And
right.
maintaining first place is Doug Sutton with 19 correct and only 9 wrong.
You can tell he's serious because he's speaking in the third person.
Yes.
So
And
how you
that's
know he's-
because your Arizona Cardinals are in first place.
They
That
are,
would be
baby.
the only reason why.
Baby.
But he doesn't pick them every week.
I know. I didn't know that was a rule.
not a
Anyway,
rule.
we got to get to this week's picks, gentlemen. Here we go. Tennessee at Washington.
Doug?
I think Washington's due. Okay, Kyle,
I'm going Tennessee.
Mr.
I'm
Sports.
going Washington.
Wow, John.
You really
Yeah.
have to ask me? Thank you.
All right, our next game is
Am I the only Tennessee?
Yep.
I'm feeling good.
Cincinnati at
Look at the
Indianapolis.
Titans.
Cincinnati at Indianapolis. It's a dome game. It's Indianapolis. Kyle.
How come I get to pick? You're picking Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'm going Colts.
AJ Green's still not a lineup.
That's the
I'm going
same
Indy.
team.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you're confusing me.
What? What is this? A geography lesson? What's going on here?
Mr. Sports, say that again. You said something about A.J. Green.
I said AJ Green is still not in the lineup, so I'm going Indy.
Really? Okay.
I was going to go to the Indianapolis Colts.
Were you?
I would
Yeah,
do
I was.
that. We
I
just
was
called them
just
all
I know.
4 different things. So I feel
Except
really good.
I'm going to
about
go to the Indianapolis team because I don't think they should be called the Colts. 'cause that
Oh,
should be
here
Baltimore.
we go.
Yeah, we're going back to that.
Get over it. All right, here we go. Arizona at Oakland. No brainer. Arizona.
Jeez.
Kyle.
it. Oh man, as a Raiders fan, this one tears me up. They're in the black hole.
You
Yes.
got to pick your fan. Go with your heart.
Okay, here's the thing. Derek Carr looked really good
He
last
did
week.
look good.
Kyle, if you go with the black hole, I'll go with the black hole.
And Arizona has
Okay.
a lot of injuries on defense.
So here's the thing. I think I'm going Raiders, and Perry Smith is gonna be there, so that's gonna help.
Ah.
So I'm
wait
going
a minute.
Raiders.
That's inside information.
The
people.
Raiders.
I'm running to Vegas after the show. I'm going to leave the show early and go to
Okay,
Vegas.
good.
Because Perry's going. I'm taking the Cardinals.
Oh,
you guys are
I'm taking the
I'm
Raiders.
feeling good.
Wait a minute, Mr. Football.
Raiders.
John.
Cardinals.
They're due, man. They're 0-5. They're due.
I
All
agree.
right, this is a good
0-6.
one. Sunday night football. San Francisco at Denver in the Mile High City. I got to go Denver.
Denver.
Kyle?
Denver's coming off a bye week, aren't they?
No,
Well, either way, I'm
they
going
played
Denver.
at Giants last week.
I'm going San Francisco.
It's not your turn yet, Mr. Football.
Whoa,
He just said Denver.
Oh, I didn't hear
I just
him.
said Denver.
Sorry. Okay, Mr. Football, good.
San Francisco.
Really? On the road?
A good week for the Bay.
Okay. John?
I was going to join the Mile High Club, but I really can't say that on the air. So I'm going
Oh,
to. I'm going.
This is a family station.
You were talking about that hamburger.
I was talking the hamburger
Carl's
commercial.
Jr.
Yeah, the Carl's Jr.
yeah.
commercial. I got to go 49ers.
Really?
I don't have.
Kaepernick has the most touchdown passes this season so far.
And the only reason I'm doing that is I have to pick up a game. I think Denver might actually win, but this is
All right. I hate Monday night games like this. The ones you probably don't want to watch. It's going to be unwatchable. Houston at Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Gosh.
Pittsburgh's horrible this year, are they not?
So is Houston. Doug?
I'm going with Houston.
Houston's like the most unclutch team I've ever seen, except for J.J. Watt. Like J.J. Watt, he just like
Aaron
does
Foster.
everything.
Yeah, that running back.
Arian
I think I'm
Foster.
gonna go. I think I'm going Houston. I think I'm going Houston.
Okay.
I'm going Houston as well.
Same here.
No.
Okay.
Fun.
John, you could have gone Pittsburgh and picked up a game.
Yeah, except they're going to lose.
All right. In our few short minutes we have, Mr. Football, any thoughts on the season so far you want to share with our listeners?
You know, I was thinking in my mind, who would I rather have at this point, Andrew Luck or J.J. Watt? And I determined, although parts of me wants to go with J.J. Watt, I would go with Andrew Luck only because having a quarterback of his caliber is more rare than having a defensive end of J.J. Watt's caliber.
Good point. But I think how much of J.J. Watt is J.J. Watt and how much is the way that they've used him? I mean, see, like you hear that all the time. You know, he's a system quarterback. But I always wondered whether J.J. Watt is a system defensive end.
Yeah. But I think no matter where he would be, I think he would succeed. But, you know, you have a plethora of quarterbacks coming in, and, John, I hate to say RG3, but RG3 hasn't,
No.
you know, or I would use Geno Smith an example for the Jets as of last night. He doesn't do much, but you have to be in the right situation.
Hey, RG3 is coming back.
He is.
Okay, and
Your point?
He was rookie of the year. He's not a bad quarterback. People, back off of him a little bit. All right, he's unlucky. I mean, the play that he got hurt on this time when he dislocated his ankle, not something that I would sit there and go, "Oh, it's a contact," so I'm not worried about it.
And you know what? I think you put the right word there. I think you said unlucky.
Yeah.
Mr. Football, you had, in this show, picked New England to be in the Super Bowl. Are you going to stick with that right now? I'm not going to let you change it, but
I'm 100% sticking
the way
with
they
it.
played last night.
I
Jets
think,
gave him a hard
their
time.
defense is great, and I think that's what they're going to ride.
Yeah.
Because they can't ride Brady anymore.
No, they can ride Brady. They can't ride anybody around Brady
That's
because they don't
true.
have anybody around Brady.
I think they're more or less going to ride Vereen than Brady now.
Yeah, and Ridley's out for the year. Their
Correct.
running back. Yeesh.
They
And
need,
a name to watch out for is James White,
Is he on the waiver wire?
running back for the Patriots.
Is he on the waiver wire already?
He is.
you know, the Patriots
Uh-oh.
should have never let go of Wes Welker. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, there's a chemistry there, I think, that
Yeah.
may not be replicated with anybody else they have.
But,
Well, he's-
you know, one concussion could end a career.
True
Good
enough.
point, good point.
True enough.
All right, Mr. Football, I promise next week we'll have you on.
I'll be talking to you from Denver. I'll be at the Denver game
That's right.
in San Diego on Thursday night.
That's right.
Seriously.
Yeah, we'll be calling you from Denver.
All right.
Hopefully I get to see Peyton break the record.
If he doesn't do it this week.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Football.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
There's our sports segment on the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. We'll be right back.